Right, hello everyone, and welcome to GSR Tier 2 Round 8 here at Japan, although it's technically Round 7, because they did cancel the first race. So then I hope everyone's doing alright, and yeah, I've had some technical issues, so I've been commentating for the past, or basically up until this point, not realising that I wasn't recording, so big dumb on my part. But yeah, currently it is Cameron W120 on provisional pole position, followed by GSR Callum. Dark Soren, as you've seen, is now out of qualifying. He's crashed at, I believe it was the Suzuka S's, and Injected It has been disqualified. I'm sorry that the stream took a while to get up. I'm big dumb. I am big dumb. So we've currently got 16 drivers in, so it's looking good. Thrasher is off again, so he's struggling to stay on track this time. So then, is there any car pushing? It looks like Mac Bikeman is pushing for a lap. No, he's not. He's not wasting ERS. I'm not quite sure what Mac is doing, to be fair. He's trying to get into the pit lane, I believe. Yes, he is. So he wants to get that fresh set of rubber on. So we got that F1 boy spun at Degner 2. Mr. TRT Kieran is not pushing. Thrasher's not pushing. Jimbo very much is pushing. So here we go then. Can we see a good lap from Jimbo maybe? He's only had a rough out lap. But let's see what Mr. ETSR Jimbo 22 can do. As he runs up to 130R now. So yeah, down into the Casio triangle. Taking that quite well in 4th gear. Short shift into 5th, 6th. He's actually pitting. So I'm big dumb. Is anybody on a lap? Hello, please, somebody be on a lap. GSR Callum is warming up for his lap, so he's looking to dethrone the McLaren of Cameron W120. That F1 boy is actually retired from the session, so he is happy with his lap. He looks to have done that on track though, if I'm not mentally dumb. Which doesn't look like I am, because it was Mac that I was looking at. Well, that F1 boy clearly doesn't think he can improve on that lap or wants to save his tyres. Who else have we got? We've got GSR Callum on a lap now. So we're going to ride on board with the Mercedes driver and your championship leader at the moment. He's not on a lap, he's saving ERS. Ugh. There is a Red Bull of Lux. He's going slowly at the Casio triangle. He's now going to start his lap. What can Lux do? He's obviously had intermittent internet issues, but yeah, he's going to be looking a 2-time race winner, back-to-back race winner, let's not forget. So he's going to be looking to push hard. Nozman is on a lap. He's coming through Spoon now. On exit. He probably was hoping Cameron would continue and get a bit of a slipstream, but Cameron wisely got out of the way. So then, 130R, now down into the Casio triangle. How does he take the Casio triangle? Seems to have taken it alright. Pretty good there. Now then, down into the final turn. He comes across the line. Where's it going to be for Nozman? It's P3 for Nozman, the Ferrari driver. An excellent lap there. But then we've now got Mr. GSR Callum coming up to start a lap. Blacked is now out of the session. He clearly thinks he can improve. Thrasher is out. Everybody's starting to retire now who can't improve. Thrasher has actually crashed out. But then, Cameron W120 bit squirrely out of one of the Suzuka S's. He's going to continue on though. He thinks he can save the lap. So then here he comes, Degner 1. Taken beautifully there. He's invalidated. Cameron W120 cannot improve on his lap time. However, his his closest rival, GSR Callum, can. What can Callum do? He's not invalid this time. He has invalidated on exit, so it's still Cameron W120 on provisional pole position. But what does Wingo have to say about that? Can Wingo dethrone him? Here comes Wingo then. He's coming up to the hairpin. There's a yellow flag, I think it's because Razor is off. So Wingo then, gonna pick up a nice slipstream off Aaron Ocon. So Aaron, also on a push lap though. So he's not gonna move out of the way for Wingo. But he does now. So Aaron has given Wingo a nice slipstream down up to the Spoon curve. Wingo then coming out through Spoon. He's on the run up now, up to 130R. Cameron has finished. He is on provisional pole position. But Wingo, it's not looking likely he's going to dethrone him, as he's only up by 2 hundredths of a second. Here he goes then, through the Casio triangle. Now, out of the Casio triangle, down into the final turn. Where's it going to be for Wingo? Does he overtake? No, he stays P5. Lizard then, across the line. Lizard goes quickest on the medium tyres by 6 thousandths of a second. Lizard is in a really good position for the race because he is on the medium tyres and on pole position. It is JRL Lizard on pole position. So then, waiting for everyone else to come across the line. We're just waiting for Aaron Ocon and Nosman to retire, and then we will be done. Just waiting on Aaron Ocon now. As soon as he's done, we will have the finalised grid for today's Japanese Grand Prix. So there it is then. It is JRL Lizard on pole position from Cameron W120. An absolutely amazing front row there. We've got GSR Callum, your championship leader, in P3. Nosman, P4, a great qualifying lap from the American there. Blacked, P5, on the medium tyre. So that's going to be a good qualifying position for him. Wingo, P6, Kieran, P7, Abra, P8, Thrasher, P9, and Mac, P10. Looking through the rest of the grid, you've got Soren, 11th, Jimbo, 12th, Lux, 13th, Aaron Ocon, he's 14th. Razor, 15th, and Injected, 16th. But look how tight that top three were, separated by less than 1/10. And Lizard getting pole position by 6 thousandths of a second. How has he accomplished that? Even he doesn't know. I'm reading that in the Discord. An absolutely amazing lap there. Let me try and get Lux in again. If this don't work, then he might just have to sit out. Lux, invite. Right then. So, just waiting on the drivers as we start our formation lap. Suzuka, as proven yesterday in the Tier 3 race, can have eventful races. The racing can get quite boring, but one safety car brings everyone together. And them curves, you have to avoid those because you will just spin into next year. So then, JRL Lizard leads away on pole position from Cameron W. And then Callum and Nosman on the second row. Blacked and Wingo on the third row. The fourth row is an all-Alpine lockout of Kieran and that F1 boy. The two Tier 3 drivers then take P9 and 10 on the grid of Thrasher and Mac. Another Tier 3 driver in Dark Soren takes P11, and they are ahead of the man who is 5th in the championship at the moment, Jimbo. Lux, your 2-time race winner, is now in P13. Aaron Ocon, he is in P14. Razor, he did not set a lap time in qualifying, so he starts in P15, and Injected was disqualified from the session for facing the wrong way, so he will start from P16. As we look then, the strategy is looking to be soft to hard, or double, or a two-stop soft, soft, medium. Whereas for the likes of Lizard, it's going to be medium to hard or medium soft, soft. So it depends whether they want to go for the more aggressive strategy, or if they much prefer to be a lot more safe with it and go for the one-stop. It will involve a bit more tire saving, and you won't be able to be as aggressive. Right, really unfortunate, guys, but I'm gonna have to pop out for a second, so you will be without a commentator for the first probably few laps. I will be back, but I need to be somewhere. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll make sure this won't happen again. Right, hello. Hello everyone, I'm so sorry about that. I am back. It appears I've missed a lot. Callum has DNF'd. Yeah. This is interesting. So, anyway, we've got blacked, almost spun by Mac Bikeman. That's just telemetry, lap data, detail. So Blacked is still yet to make his first stop, whereas everyone else around him has made a pit stop. So Blacked will be struggling on those tyres. How long has he had them on? 11 laps Blacked has had those on. As now there's Dark Soren out. That's really unfortunate for Dark Soren. So, yeah. Our closest battle on track is actually Razor, who is out. Or not out, but as in like gone. We've also so we've now got 3 pit stops. We've got Thrasher, Mac, and Black have all made a pit stop. Mac, everyone seems to have had a decent pit stop there. But now we've got Nozman on the back of Wing. It's a safety car. That would be why. So then, Mac, Thrasher, and Blacked all making a pit stop. Blacked onto a set of hard tyres. The other two onto a set of medium, so they think they can carry those to the end. Black's not confident in his tyre saving ability. But Jimbo now, that's really going to help him. He's going to claw his way back into this. That F1 boy makes a pit stop. So then, let me just go to Race Director. What's actually happened to the start then? A lot of collisions with Aaron Ocon, it seems. Injected went out with terminal damage. Where did Callum go out? Callum went out with terminal damage. So there's no indication of, was it in contact or did he just spin by himself? I will... Razor's Wi-Fi crashed. Okay, thank you, Lizard. I will attempt to get Razor back in then. Razor. Invite. There you go, Razor. So, yep, so we've got this safety car out for the Dark Soaring crash. So, the likes of that F1 boy and Mr. ETSR Jimbo, they will be loving life. Wingo will be loving life because no matter where he finishes now, he will overtake his teammate in the championship. So yeah, we're just waiting now. So that F1 boy and Jimbo should catch up by the end of this lap. So the safety car might be in at the end of this lap. It just depends whether Jimbo has the speed or if he's going to be slow boy. But yeah. So then, our remaining drivers in the race: Wingo, Nozman, Cameron, Kieran, Thrasher, Razor, Mac Bikeman, Blacked, that F1 boy, and Mr. ETSR Jimbo. He's just coming up to turn 1 now, so if he gets a move on, he should catch up. Yeah. So, Jimbo should hopefully catch up with the rest of the pack. I'm unclear at the moment. Well, let's have a look at overall position changes then. No? I want that. So then, your highest climber is actually Mr. Razor 51 HD. He's gained 9 positions, although he will be disqualified, I believe, depending on when his internet crashed. As Cameron is actually retired. What the heck has happened to Cameron? He's spun and crashed out. So the man who is 4th in the championship and on for a really good result has crashed out under the safety car. That is a turn of events, as Jimbo has now caught up. Will safety car be in at the end of this lap? I don't look like it. Safety car is in. Okay then. So now we're going to slow the pace up. Everyone's going to be weaving to get last minute tyre attempts in. When does Wingo go then? That's Jimbo. So Wingo's going to hold him up, hold him up, hold him up, hold him up. He's gone. Wingo has gone. He's not shaken Nozman. Nobody seems to have had a bad restart. Mac had a good restart compared to Razor, but obviously Razor is AI. Yeah. So, Mac now past Razor, as is everybody else. Black's right on the back of Mac here. Mac should be quicker in the initial stage of this, as he is on the better tyres, but Black, we do know, is the better driver. This is our closest battle, although further behind we have got Jimbo versus that F1 boy. But that doesn't seem to have come to anything. Does Black dive up the inside? No, he's too far back. Mac now thinking about attacking Thrasher here. Razor has joined back. So he will hope, he is going to be coming from 3-4 seconds, 3-ish seconds behind the rest of the field, but he will catch. As Black getting real close to the back of Mac now. But further forward we see Kieran, he's right on the rear end of Nozman, but he does have a penalty. He does have a 3-second time penalty for track limits, which will hinder him. So he needs to get past Nozman and get a move on. So we look to see, is there any further battles happening? No, this is our closest battle at the moment. So then, Kieran, not closing up too much on Nozman. He has got slightly more ERS, as Black has now got a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. So then, that's going to throw a spanner into the works. He has dropped off slightly from Mac, but he seems to have gained that time back. He gets a bit of oversteer as they come through Dunlop now. There is a crash in the background. It is Razor who has gone round, and he has had to have a new front wing put in. Or he will do, sorry. So that's going to really hamper him. Is Black doing anything against Mac? No. Black doesn't want to be too aggressive here, because if he does, that could lead to that F1 boy being on his tail. As here we go then. Black right on the back of Mac here. Will he go for it? No, he drops off. Mac getting getting a lot of oversteer there. There's contact between the two of them. Black's run out wide and Mac keeps the position. But Black will come back at him through 130R. Does Mac defend? Yes, he does. He goes defensive. Black to the outside. Is he gonna... Mac squeezes him onto the grass. Black keeps his foot in. Is he gonna do a Fernando Alonso? No, he doesn't. It doesn't come off. And Black has spun it into the barrier. Black is out of the race after going wide. And that has bred a safety car. Absolute scenes here as Black Raw spins after trying to catch up and overtake Mac. We see Jimbo in now for a set of soft compound tyres. This will really help Razor, who is missing his helmet, as is the glitch on this game. But Mac squeezed him, not expecting for Black to keep his foot in. Black tried to hang it round the outside and it didn't come off. There was a bit of a pile up here. As Mac's getting all over the curb, I wouldn't recommend that, my friend. So then, There was slight contact, and I would imagine that Mac might be getting a penalty for that incident, if the stewards deem it indeed Mac's fault. He did squeeze. He did continue to squeeze Blacked on the run up. Blacked could have backed out. Wingo has disconnected. Wingo has actually disconnected from the race. Wingo is out. Wingo, no, I don't think so, my friend. You don't leave that easy. Javier. Wingo, there you go. You get your invite back. So then, it's now Nozman who's going to lead away. Kieran has got a 5-second time penalty. What has Kieran got 5 seconds for then? We'll scroll down. Kieran has got a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Unless he decides to not pit again, which he does. Kieran now comes into the pit, so he will serve that 5-second penalty and go onto a set of soft compound tyres, I would imagine. Thrasher also into the pits. So Thrasher hoping to undercut Nozman and get the better pace. So then, other than that, Jimbo is in a really good position here as he pit as soon as the safety car came out. Jimbo is on for a potential win. So could Jimbo claw this back? Nozman we see weaving around trying to get tyre temps. He's got Wingo close behind him, who is now back in. They've got Mac behind, who could be picking up a penalty for the incident with Blacked Raw. ETSR Jimbo then is also on for the win. Jimbo has the biggest chance of the race win here. Could the McLaren driver claw back after being last as soon as being near enough last as I came back? So it should be, safety car should be an end of this race. That F1 boy just coming up to the hairpin now. So then that F1 boy is now on the back of this group. So it's going to be Nozman to lead them away from this safety car restart. We started with 16, we're now with 8. Will we lose more drivers? Who knows? It's GSR! So then safety car should be an end of this lap. Mac just makes sure he gets every last little bit of tyre temp. Safety car is in, so we're now going to focus towards the front on Nozman. What does the American driver do then? He's going to back him up and back him up and back him up. It's getting more packed as we go on. When does Nozman go? Does he go on exit or does he hold them for longer? Nozman, he has gone. So Nozman is away. He has got the jump on Wingo. And Mac has had a better restart than Wingo. Does Mac try and go down the inside or hang it around the outside? I wouldn't recommend it. It would be better off him backing out. He tries to hold it around the outside. It doesn't work. Is there anybody down the side? No, he cuts off Jimbo. So then, a good restart for Nozman. Jimbo now trying to get past Mac on the older, slower tyres of Mac. But can Jimbo's newer, better tyres help him get past? It doesn't seem like it. Thrasher now gets a 3-second penalty as Thrasher has been sent round. So then, Mr. GSR Thrasher has gone round at Dunlop. Look further forward then. Here we see Jimbo right on the back of Mac. Mac's going to go defensive. No, he's not. Jimbo sends it to the inside. Mac leaves him room. There's contact. Jimbo's sent into a half spin, but he holds it. He's not lost a load of he's not lost too much time. Kieran then could be here to pick up the pieces from this battle if they continue the way they're going. So then, Wingo now starting to gain on Nozman. He is on the better tyres, but how long has he had those tyres on? He's had them on equal amount of time, so Nozman should come into their own at some point. Will Jimbo go for a dive bomb? He doesn't go for it here. So then, we see then, Mac losing touch with the other two. But here comes Jimbo then. He's going to gain. He has got the toe that Mac doesn't. He's going to look to the inside. He doesn't get it. These two has pretty similar ERS counts. Kieran just hanging back, waiting to see what happens from this battle, not using any ERS. Here is where Jimbo is definitely stronger than Mac in terms of overall pace. He gets a bit of oversteer, really having to fight the car through. This Thrasher not quite gone round. I thought I saw him go into a half spin. Jimbo gets a way better exit. Does he try it this time? Is he more committed under braking? He looks to the outside. He's going to look for the switchback. Does Mac cover it off? No, Mac doesn't. He's got the better run. He's going to try and hang it round the outside. We know what happened last time somebody tried to hang it round the outside of Mac. It didn't work. So then Mac using all the curb there, but Jimbo still hanging back. He's not going to look for a potentially risky move when it's not worth it. But he wants to be careful because Kieran could very easily ruin his race if this move on Mac doesn't come off. He's got Jimbo with a way better run. He's going to be more committed under braking. He has to back out. Mac leaves him room though as he goes deep. Jimbo looking for the switchback. It's their nose to tail in a three-way line. But here comes Kieran up the inside. He's going to back out of it as Jimbo now looks to the inside. Oh, Mac. Jimbo's going to be committed. No, he's not. He's going to back out. He knew Mac was going to turn in on him there. I can't speak. But all this fighting has allowed that F1 boy to claw his way into this battle. So then, we see Mac's gone wide and Jimbo looking for a move now. He's really trying to get past here and is not going to be doing his tyres any favours. So then, up through Dunlop they come. Jimbo really desperate to get past to chase after Wingo. He knows he's quicker. But all this battling is leaving them susceptible to the two Alpine cars. Jimbo's gone to the inside. He's overcooked it. Mac's gone for the switchback. There's contact. They're three wide. No, they're not. Jimbo has now gotten through on Mac Bikeman. So then, Jimbo has now fully gotten through. Mac's gone deep. So Mac's gone wide. Mac's got a 3-second time penalty. 4 track limits. He needs to get ahead of Kieran if he wants to stand a chance at gaining another position. 4P6 because they will both lose out to that F1 boy. Kieran goes defensive. Mac's going to try and hold it round the outside. Mac's gone wide again. That F1 boy looking to pick up the pieces here. Mac really desperate to get past. Can he do it? He's really low on ERS compared to the others around him. Kieran with almost a full tank of ERS. He's gone defensive. He knows Mac's going to be pushing. Mac not pushing as hard though. That F1 boy now trying to find a way past Mac Bikeman. Nothing comes off. So then, there are two distinct battles happening here. We've got the battle for the lead, as I didn't even realise, Wingo has gotten through on Nozman. So Wingo now leads the race once again after his disconnect. So Nozman now looking to chase after the rest of the field. So Wingo now looking to pull away and Nozman looking to chase after Wingo. We've got that F1 boy really close to the back of Mac Bikeman here. Is he going to go for a dive bomb? No, he's going to sit behind. He knows he can't risk it. Because he knows Mac has that 3 seconds. There's a yellow flag, sector 1. Razor has once again gone round. So Razor, for the however many times, has gone round again. Mac has now lost a big chunk of time to Kieran here, who's still right on the back of Mr. ETSR Jimbo. Now we're seeing Kieran push. Kieran's gone for it to the outside. He's gotten through. Jimbo gonna let him go through so he can have the DRS going down the main straight. It's quite a clever strategy from Jimbo, as they have actually begun to catch up with the chasing field. Kieran, another 3-second time penalty. That's going to give him 6 seconds in total. So as it stands, Kieran would drop to 6th position. Kieran though, fastest lap of the race on that lap. He's going for it. And you can see he had almost a full tank on the start of that lap, and now he's dropped 40%. Has that F1 boy gotten through on Mac Bikeman? Yes, he has. That F1 boy is through on Mac. So we're now going to see the chasing pack gain on Nosman and Wingo. These two drivers will be quicker. That F1 boy, I believe, will be too far behind to be able to make anything of this anymore. But we've now got our 3 distinct battles, which will soon turn into 2. As there we go. The gap has shrunk to less than a second. So Nosman has made a mistake somewhere. There's a yellow flag sector 2. It's Mac Bike. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's Mac Bikeman who has gone round. So Mac has gone round at the hairpin. That's really unfortunate for the young Brit. We're seeing Kieran push now. Is he going to go for the same move he did on Jimbo? But no, he's going to go to the inside this time. He will have the line. Will Nosman try and hold it around the outside? There's contact. Nosman is sent wide. Nosman undoubtedly will be unhappy with that move. He should have backed out though. So then, Kieran now going to push to get into the lead of the race. Kieran again, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He's churning these lap times out now. Jimbo's going to now be desperate to get past Nosman, because if he doesn't, he's going to lose his chance at the race win and a potential P2. This is a good points haul for the Alpine team here. With Kieran being second and that F1 boy being in 5th. I completely forgot to speak then. So yeah, Wingo is slowly extending that gap as Mac has come into the pits, I believe. Yes, he has. So he's pit onto a set of soft tyres, and he will try to push after the Alfa Romeo of Razor 51. Okay then, so Kieran really strong in these last 2 sectors here. He's way better on the brakes than Wingo. So then, will it be Kieran to take the lead? But I highly doubt it'll be a race win with those 6 seconds of penalties he has. This is our closest battle on track. Nosman has lost 1.6 seconds to that of Kieran and Wingo, and that in turn has held up Jimbo. So Jimbo's looking on for a P2 at the moment, but no chance at a race win as it stands. So here comes Kieran then. Wingo not using ERS, he's not going to fight it. You know he doesn't have to, and there goes Kieran through on Wingo. Jimbo has also gotten through on Nosman. So Jimbo can now focus on attacking and going after Wingo. This is an interesting end to the race. An interesting end to the Tier 2 just before the break. So we've already seen Jimbo pull in about 0.3 of a second in these first couple laps. And we can see that Kieran is still pushing, but Wingo is saving his ERS. So when these two begin to fight, Jimbo will be there, or thereabouts. That F1 boy is slowly reeling in Nosman now, so Nosman deciding to not to pit under the safety car has hampered him severely. But we can see Max not made any progress really on Razor. He's gone wide there. So yeah, this is our closest battle on track between this lot. Wingo, will he look to attack Kieran down the main straight? He will have the DRS. He looks to have had the... No, he's not had the better exit actually. So he'll probably be happy just to sit behind. But Jimbo, we can see, already clawed in 3 to 4 tenths through the Casio triangle alone. So far, so good for Jimbo, but he's starting to lose time here. So if we look, he did pit a lap earlier than Kieran. So his tyres are falling off the cliff slightly. But his tyres should still be in better condition. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Who's gone round? It is actually Jimbo. Jimbo has gone round at the Suzuka S's. That's promoted that F1 boy into P3 after an amazing move on Nosman. 3 seconds there. Nosman also picked up 3 seconds in the process, I believe. So it's looking to be Wingo and a double Alpine podium. This has hotted up really nicely. I hope you're still tuning in, people, because if not, then you're missing out. So Wingo then, will he try and get this on track, or will he just sit behind and accept the penalties? Or take it from penalties, sorry. English no good. We will be doing obviously the interviews afterwards. But here we go then. Wingo on Kieran. This is going to be some last lap. Kieran weaving around to try and break the toe, but Wingo's gonna... Is he going to try and hold it around the outside? No, he backs out of it. He knows he's got the quickest pace as it stands. And he also knows that Kieran has that 6-second time penalty. Can he get any of those penalties removed? I don't know. We'll have to see. Jimbo pits then. He's pitting onto a fresh set of softs and for a new front wing. So that's going to demote him to the back of the grid. But anyway, Wingo, we look further forward. Wingo then. Through Degner 1 and 2, right on the back of Mr. TRT Kieran here. Kieran beginning to pull away. Wingo's tyres have dropped off the cliff. They're both relatively low ERS. Wingo's slightly higher. That F1 boy has to just chill in the background and accept a P2. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. So, yeah. There's no way from this distance that Wingo will be able to claw this back. However, Kieran will cross the line in first, but it's not going to be a race win. So then, yeah, Jimbo has dropped to the back of the grid. It's really unfortunate ending for ETSR Jimbo after looking so strong for a podium. He's actually going to fall behind Mr. Max Bikeman, a driver whom he had much contact with. It's Kieran across the line, but it's Wingo that wins the race. And that F1 boy has actually clawed his way into the top. That F1 boy has won the race. Has Wingo got a penalty on the last lap? No way has Wingo got a penalty on the last lap. F1 boy gone ahead of Wingo. Wingo doesn't have a penalty, does he? No. Wingo doesn't have a penalty. What? What's happened here? Nosman, 20 seconds for ignoring yellow flag. I'm so confused. So it was meant to be Wingo, but... Who's won it then? Surely, I swear Wingo must have won. No, it's Mr. Abra has won. How is... I'll get the top 3 in now for interviews, but, eh? I'm so... So we'll get Wingo in, get that F1 boy in, and Kieran in. I'm so confused. Can we make sure to include our audio, please, guys?
Yeah, I've done that.
Alright, so wait, it's a glitch, yeah? And Wingo has
Yeah,
actually won.
yeah. He didn't
Right.
have any penalties.
Alright, okay.
The game's.
Alright, so Kieran has no mic, so okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll start off with our race winner then. Wingo, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't really comment on the first bit of the race because I had to go for a bit, but how was the race from your perspective?
It was a pretty hard race with a lot of DNFs, but then I disconnected and when I was about to do my second pit stop, and I just try to make those medium last until the end and keep up the pace.
Yeah, well, you did well to keep those mediums going, so fair play to you, mate.
Still don't know how he didn't get a puncture there.
Yeah.
What percentage were you on?
Like 55% or 50%.
55. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
amazing.
some great tyre saving from your end.
Thanks.
So, move on to you, Abra. So, how did it go for your end? It was obviously
Well, pretty.
great for you to get a podium.
Yeah, pretty bland race, not gonna lie. So I was in a good position at the restart of the first safety car. Then Black Roll spun.
Yeah.
I was trying to avoid him, but then Jensen hit me because he had no time to react. So he couldn't really do anything there. And after that, I was just keep driving as fast as I can. Not get any penalties. That's just always got me in a good position at the end of races. These last few weeks I've been trying not to get any warnings, and I've got like 4 podiums in like 2 weeks just because I do that, not get any pens.
Exactly, well, out of all the finishers, you two were the only two that didn't actually get a penalty, so fair play to you
Not a
both.
single warning for both of us.
Well, fair enough to you both. So, yeah, it was a good race towards the end. You guys kept it interesting.
Yeah, the race
Especially with Kieran and...
the race wasn't really dirty. It's just people were killed by the curbs basically. So
Yeah,
that's why we
curbs
had.
are deadly.
Yeah.
I found that out yesterday. Wasn't fun. So yeah, well, congrats to you both and enjoyed the 2-week break.
Alright, thanks.
It is a 2-week break after this, isn't it? I have no idea. Well, enjoy, guys.
I think it is 2 weeks, yeah.
So guys, that's GSR Tier 2 Round 8.